Hello and welcome to Series 2 of my podcast Innervation, where we get to hear from incredible women in science and technology who are from a diverse range of backgrounds, experiences, and all walks of life, really. My aim with the conversations that you'll hear on this show is to bring out the humanness of STEM, science, technology, engineering and maths. I grew up in a very STEMmy environment where my dad, who's an engineer, always encouraged my two sisters and I to ask questions and be curious about the world around us. Let's face it, our planet Earth is such a fascinating and incredible place, and I certainly wanted to understand how it all works. As a result, I qualified as a fluid dynamicist, having done an undergraduate in mechanical engineering, which basically taught me to look at the world in a very logical and rational way. By the end of my studies, I was able to mathematically model how turbulence works. And looking back, I think I started to believe that most things in life, even if chaotic, could be explained using equations. It was only after I graduated from university that life itself taught me that not everything is logical or predictable. Life is actually really messy, chaotic, and non-linear. So here on Innervation, I want to hear how other women in STEM deal with that. I want to learn how people tackle life's trials, tribulations, and joy. This week, I talked to Juliane Sempionatto, a postdoctoral researcher at CalTech University, and also a nano engineer.
My name is Julian. I just finished my PhD with Professor Joseph Wang. Right now, I am doing my postdoc at CalTech with Professor Wei Gao.
Where are you from?
So I came from Brazil, from São Paulo, in the countryside. And every time that I tell people my address, they would step back. It was a pretty bad neighborhood. My dad was doing security, like a doorman and stuff in the buildings, and my mom, she was working just whatever she could do at home, some works, and then she was taking care of us. We were 3 kids. I'm the youngest of 3 sisters. I did my bachelor degree in chemistry. Then I did my master degree in material chemistry and my PhD in nano engineering. And now I'm doing postdoc in wearable sensors, nano engineering as well. So I'm mostly chemistry background.
Tell me about your research. What is it that you've been doing scientifically that affects the rest of us?
So I've been studying wearable sensors. Wearable sensors you have nowadays the smartwatches that measures your heart rate, your steps, your calories, right? Measures all this awesome information already. Like in the past, we could not have access ourselves every day to this type of information. And what we want to do, like my research, is put even more information into these wearables that we already have. Medical information, for instance, how much is my glucose? So I don't have to prick my finger every time. If I have diabetes, I can measure all of that information that I have in blood, in sweat, which is awesome, right? You can use sweat or saliva or even tears if you have a contact lens, for instance. So let's say that the major goal of my research is to make medicine accessible for everybody, and then you can bring it to your home, and then you can know continuously what is your health status, and then if you see there is something wrong with your analytes, your body physiology, you can go to the doctor, and then you don't have to wait for it to get so bad that you need to look for the doctor. You can catch the problem right into the beginning, and then with a low cost, accessible for everybody. So this is the main goal of my research, basically.
What got you interested in that?
When I was a child, I spent most of my childhood in the library. I wanted to have books and to read, but I didn't have them. So I spent all my day in the library reading and then studying, talking with people over there. I was pretty weird child, let's say.
Now you've just submitted your PhD at CalTech. I mean,
Yeah. Another weird stuff that I wanted. I started actually, the first experience ever in research that I have was with medicinal chemistry. I love medical stuff, and I also enjoy a lot chemistry. And then I was studying like medical, like for this low income disease, like dengue fever, searching for medications for that type of disease. And then I got into this point of care devices, like the glucose strips that you buy and then it's disposable. And then was a natural transition, the wearable sensors for me. So I have been always interested in health, chemistry, and electrochemistry. So this is why the Professor Joseph Wayne group was a great match for my research and more personal interest.
So as a little girl, was there something specific that sparked your interest?
I liked medicine a lot. I wanted to help people every time, like you have something, I don't know, someone got hurt, I went to like the first, oh, what can I do? And then let me see, very curious to see what happened and stuff. I think I was driven to help people. And then this is the way that I thought that I could help most. And this is what I found for me. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I mean, STEM subjects tend to be very technical. Often there's a lot of maths, chemistry, I personally found very difficult. These are not easy subjects. Yes. How were they for you at school? Because, I mean, you've probably had to use them all throughout your career, so.
Yeah, actually, it was a very interesting story, right? I came from a very, like, a simple family. And then I was into a public school, which wasn't the greatest. And then because of my skills in math and numbers and stuff, I was offered a scholarship to do high school in a like great city that I was living on. And then I got into these like, physics Olympics, chemistry Olympics. And then I did like very well, like medals and stuff. And then I was giving opportunities because of my ability with numbers, so people could actually see that I had like some potential, and then I was helped a lot. And then this is why also it's something important to me that I can help people whenever I can. And then I needed help, and then I know that without any help, like I couldn't be here. So this is why I always, when I can, I help people because I needed it.
That's beautiful. You don't fit the stereotype of people in STEM. And I guess the stereotype is typical white male. And you don't look anything like that traditional stereotype. How have you navigated being different in STEM?
Nobody expected the path I'm taking. I was poor, I was black, and I am a woman, right? This is not the career of a poor black woman. And then I had to go through so many difficulties, more than everybody. So in order for me to be here, I really had to be the best or among the best of my group. And then this made me push myself a lot. If you are someone that looks like me and then has the same background as me, now nothing is easier. Like nothing is easy, and then you really have to overcome and then to be the best. Let's say, not that I am, but I try to always be, because nothing comes easy for me. Yeah.
So to get where you are today, you have a PhD, you're going for postdoc. I mean, it's just so incredibly impressive. Have you just really worked hard? Like, what has been your secret to getting so far?
That is the secret, hardworking. I work more than everybody. I need to do more than everybody to get basically where everybody is right now. This is what I'm trying to say, that is not easier for me than for everybody else. I need to do like triple of your work, or I work 10 times more than you, maybe to have the same outcome. just because of my background. And then I didn't have like a super solid beginning. So sometimes stuffs are harder for me, but I need to work harder and push me harder. And then I'm here now. So the secret for me is hard working. And then, yeah, this is what I have always done. I'm not afraid to work. I work whenever I can, whenever I need.
So what was driving you to work so hard? Like, what was in the back of your mind pushing you forward?
I have always been driven to stuff like, oh, you cannot do that. And then I say, I'll show you I can, oh, this is not for you. Then I will push even harder. And then I think this was my driven force, that you don't believe that I can. So I'll show you. And then I think this was like what drove me to be here today, because I have so many people believing I couldn't.
Yeah. I mean, when your colleagues, they didn't look like you, and you were very different compared to the people around you, how were you able to keep yourself strong in your own skin? I mean, it could have made you not choose this. You could have said, you know what, forget it, this isn't for me. What were you telling yourself in order to keep going?
Yeah, like I told you, I got a scholarship for going to a high school, right? A very like top of the line high school in the city. And then I was basically the only Black person there in the classroom. And then people would treat me differently, would look at my clothes, my shoes, and would say stuff about myself. And then I just looked to me. I didn't care about everybody. It was my great opportunity. I could not let you like ruin that. So I just ignored. It was super hard. I still have stuff that I remember super clearly today, difficult days. But I just pushed through it. I had to. I had no option. So I don't know. It's just be strong. I feel like this is a very important word for me, strong. I need to be strong. Yeah.
Yeah, I love what you said about not caring what other people think, because I think, sometimes we can really put other people's opinions before our own, and it can make us make decisions against ourselves. If someone thinks, oh, she can't do it, and you think, okay, maybe they're right, and then we choose not to do it, you actually have put somebody else's opinion above your own. So that attitude that you've described is so powerful. I love it.
Thank you. Yeah, it was, from my family, they were super strong also. And then they pushed and they worked hard. And then I worked hard as well.
Is there anything about the decisions you've made that you would do differently now?
Maybe I would have taken more opportunities that I think I could have, and then I just didn't, because maybe I was afraid or I was insecure. I would have taken more opportunities, even though it was scary. Sometimes, first time that I had to give like a speech, maybe I didn't accept that because I was afraid and then shy or whatever. It doesn't matter. Just put yourself out there, and then nothing is gonna hurt you. You're just gonna learn with the opportunities. And even if you're scary, just go for it. I feel like I would have taken more opportunities if I could. Yeah.
Very easy to say that with hindsight, isn't it? Because I think at the time we really do our best. And with hindsight, maybe we develop more courage and we say, oh, maybe I shouldn't have been so scared then. But at that time, we only had what we had. So I always find, I ask that question because I think hindsight is a very educational thing, but I don't ask it expecting you to feel regret, because I think, given the person you are, you're always making the best decisions that you can at that time. But what's been the best advice you've been given by either a friend or family or someone in your professional life?
It was very early in my career, let's say, is from my math professor, the one that got me the scholarship. He said, I believe in you. I believe you can do it. You have it in you. And then because of him, he told me that I could get like paid for studying. I have no idea I could do that with scholarships and stuff. In my mind, the way I was raised, I thought that I need to pay for school. I need to have a job and study, And then he told me, oh no, if you have like great performance, you can have like scholarship and then you actually get paid to study and then you can focus totally in that. So it was my math professor. And then he said that he believed in me. And then I started believing in myself also.
That's so awesome. How do you keep yourself so mentally fit and strong?
Yeah, there is something I don't know. I'm just driven to do stuff. I see something, especially if it is difficult, then interested even more. Everybody thinks it's super difficult. So, oh yeah, I'm into that. Let me dig into that because it's difficult. And then I think for the challenging stuff.
So I would describe that as a major superpower, but what do you think your best superpower is?
Oh, strength. Yeah, I believe I'm strong physically and mentally, and then I can do like endurance stuff. And then, yeah, I like to do like, run marathons and do like super long hikings and study for hours and achieve stuff that people think is difficult, even if it is physically or mentally or even in your career. I think I have strength. I believe I'm strong.
Superwoman. What has been your most humbling experience in life?
I think as I told you, it was helping and being helped and accept this help. I was not afraid to being like accept help because I know I needed. I knew. So I think that was it. Just to be aware of your needs and that believe people can help you and accept the help.
Has there been a specific experience in your life where you've been humbled?
There was so many like small situations, like I need to do this testing to get into university. I don't have anybody to drive me, so I ask, oh, are you going to the same test as I'm going? Can you like give me a lift? Or even my professor, he paid me all the fees I could not pay. Without him I could not have done like anything. So these small things that for people are like just things they do every day, for me it wasn't easy. I had to ask for help. I have to accept help for people, even if it wasn't like so I'm not gonna say it was a humiliation, but it brings you a kind of your level. Oh, I need your help, can you help me with such a basic thing? And then
I must say that professor just sounds like he really believed in you. How important have role models and mentors been?
Yeah, I chose chemistry because of my professor in high school. She was great. And she was telling me she had like a kid while she was in the university and how strong she had to be, how people would look at her, and she was brave. And then yeah, she's my role model. And then she was super strong as well. And then this is how I wanted to be like her. And then I had these other professors that would help me a lot. And then it was great, but put a lot of pressure on me as well. I had to show like results and then I need to perform. Sometimes this was very stressful. Nowadays, today, like I feel kind of stressed because people expect so much from me. And then this is stressful, of course, for everybody. But for me, over there in the past, even more because of the help that people were investing in me. I don't say, right? Yeah. But
yeah, I can understand that. you want to give back when people have been so generous, and your way of giving back is to give them something to feel proud about.
Yeah,
because they help.
exactly. I wanted so hard to be the best in everything. I put my mind into it. So it was stressful for me, of course.
I hope that you find time in your schedule to be kind to yourself. Are you aware of this? Because I know that, you know, sometimes women in STEM in particular can be really tough on themselves. How do you try and be more holistic?
What I've been trying to do is to take time to take care of my body, because it's taking a very huge load for all this stress and stuff. So I try to eat better, do some exercise, and go for activities. This is something I try to do, but it's not super often. No, I should improve more in this area. Yeah.
And so what are the long-term goals that you have? Where do you see your life going?
Yeah, my PI right now, Professor Wei Gao, and also Professor Joseph Wang, they are helping me a lot. And I wanted to be in academia, try professorship here in the US, and then have my research group and give people opportunities that I was given. And then this is what I wanted. Yeah.
What are your views on motherhood? Because that's quite a conventional thing to do, have children as a woman. What are your perspectives?
Yeah, I really enjoy kids. I have nieces that I help a lot with, giving books to them, or I'm sending them to school actually, which I'm very proud, and then they have great grades and stuff. Right now, I'm not thinking about having kids on my own, because I told my husband, when I have kids, they're gonna be the best as well, and then I'm good put time in them, I'm gonna invest. I'm gonna be the crazy mother. Oh, try this, try that, and then try anything that you want, and then choose something you're great. And then I really want to put the time in being a mom, because I want to be a best mom as well. But right now it's not the time. Maybe in the future. But yeah, I see that in my future, maybe. Yeah.
I find it so tricky as a woman, because especially when you're doing PhDs, postdocs, there's just so much time spent studying and researching, and you have to be so focused. Where is the time to have children? Where is the mental free space?
Yeah, I don't know. That's a great question. I don't see that in the near 10, 20 years. I do not see that soon, but it's something that I wanted to do. Even if it is not my own, I don't care adopting or anything like that, but not now. Yeah.
I feel that this is a subject that has not been thought out. We just don't have systems, certainly not in the UK. I'm not sure about the US really, but we don't have systems that really are understanding and supportive and encouraging of women having children as well as careers.
Yeah, no, I agree totally. And then there is always this gap, you have a kid and people, oh, okay, now you're gonna go down your career, you're gonna stop. And if you don't, if you just continue whatever you are doing with your kid, people are gonna say, oh, you're not a good mom, you don't care about your kid, anything you do is not good enough. So that is no way. If you wanna do and have your kid, you just need to be aware that is your decision, and then anything else does not matter. It is your decision, and then you just go with it. You decide to do this, you do this, and then you don't care about what people say. And then what I think is that you have to have a good partner. If you have a good partner, then it's gonna be easier. You both are gonna go through that. You're not just gonna do this by yourself. So you don't have to do this by yourself. So it's a decision of both of you, and then you need to be together in that one. It's not you that having a kid, it's both of you.
I 100% agree with you. it dawned on me the other day, actually, that having a child is a joint decision, because I think one of the directions we've gone in is that all the decision is put on the woman, whether she has kids, you know, the decision to do certain things with her body, as though it's an individual choice. And I think one of the dangers is that actually children should not be a singular decision. It takes two people to make a child, as nature intended it. And I think it should be two people carrying that responsibility. And I think that's something that is really, it just doesn't align well with me, because I feel like we're living in societies where men can happily impregnate, but not actually see the rest of that act through. And I've always really struggled with that. And I think it's a very ingrained mentality. It's just something that needs to be taken out of a system, but it's too deeply ingrained, and I don't know how we change that. But it suddenly dawned on me, why have I always felt like it's my choice to have children, when actually it takes two people to make a child?
Yes, you know, yeah. And then this problem can be solved by you as well. You need to be aware of the people who you are choosing to share this responsibility with. You know the person you are with it, and then you know if this person is gonna help you or not. And then it's your mutual decision to have this responsibility or not. So you know you are aware that the person's not gonna help you, and then you go with it. It doesn't matter. Then you know where you're going to. So is you need to choose as well. You need to be wise, and then you need to, people need to change so they can have this responsibility with you. I'm not saying that people cannot change, but or it's your fault that you have a bad partner. I'm not saying that, but you can discuss prior to the decision, you know, and then you can have a mutual agreement. And then if you know your partner, you know that how he's gonna behave, or she. And then this is.
Yeah, I think that's where the decision making should come in. It's like the choices we make about who we share our life with.
Yes,
It shouldn't be at the point of conceiving.
Yes, yeah. You shouldn't. Yeah, you shouldn't feel like trapped in a relationship. This is the husband I have. This is the partner I have. So I'm just gonna have to have my kid with the person. Don't feel like that. Don't feel locked, and then don't feel trapped. And then that's it. It's your decision. Also, even before having your family, to who is gonna be your family.
Find someone who has shared goals and shared dreams. I think that's really key.
Exactly that. Yes. Oh, he's gonna change sometime. No. He's gonna be exactly as he is right now.
Gosh, I mean, it really is. There's so much hope in you, and there's so much kind of, you seem excited about what you're doing, and there's a lot of passion there, and you just seem so focused and driven. Like, it's really inspiring to hear from you. There's been so much emphasis on equality, diversity, and inclusion. Do you think that's important in STEM? Like, do we have a problem there?
I don't know. You know, sometimes I feel like my own experience kind of blur my thinking, because I think, oh, if you try hard enough, you can get it. You don't need to be put over there. And then I feel like sometimes my own achievements, they are lowered because, oh, just because she's a woman, she got that. just because she's black, she got that. I don't like this feeling. Sometimes I wish this didn't happen, that people would not do like this. Oh, let's include this person because she's black. This gives people like the wrong idea that I do not deserve to be there, but they don't know me. They don't know what I have been to be there. This is why I have these mixed feelings. I know that I'm here because of my own merits, but sometimes people see me that I'm here because of the way I look, because all this inclusion, let's include women, let's include black people and stuff. So this is why sometimes I have mixed feelings. But of course, I believe women needs to be more present in powerful positions. And then I believe also that family side of being a woman also kinds of nowadays brings it all back. If you have kids, people are gonna look at you in the wrong way, and then, oh, you have kids, you're gonna put like a hole in your career, and then you're gonna be like a mom, this type of stuff. I believe this mentality have to change, but I don't like the idea of people looking at me and then see where I am just because I'm a woman, and then just because I had to be there to make a number, not because it's my merit and that I deserve to be here because what I've done. This is mixed.
Yeah, it's a really tricky subject because, someone like you who's worked incredibly hard to get to where you are today must feel both grateful for any help you've received, but also, underneath all that, knowing that you've worked so hard and that you actually deserve this. But if we were to just put all of that to one side, like you just speaking out is already so inspirational, because anyone watching this who is in a minority group themselves could look at you and say, wow, she's done it. If she can do it, I can do it, or if someone's been able to overcome all of those obstacles, maybe I can too. And it's so, just you existing is already inspiring. Yeah, I mean, I feel like I really want to just learn so much more about you, but I feel like you've also given the most fundamental messages already, which is that, if you want something, push hard, work hard to get it, and your dreams will come true. That's really what I get from you.
Yeah, but I don't believe that anybody can do anything. You need to know that you have limitations as well. Sometimes you want something so hard and then you cannot get them, doesn't matter how, and then you're gonna put this like a guilt or whatever in yourself, like, oh, I'm a failure. And then maybe there's some other things that you are great at, you just haven't tried yet. And then I'm very aware that I have limitations. I cannot do anything that I want, and then I need to be the best in what I can do. This is important. If you know yourself, you know where you can push harder. Because if you just I am a dreamer, I can do anything that I want, and maybe you're just gonna be disappointed. First of all, know yourself and know where you can push yourself harder. Otherwise, you're gonna push to a direction that is it's not gonna be great, and then you're just gonna feel frustrated and then failure. But this is not true. You're just in the wrong direction. Just turn in here, and then you're gonna be great. That's it. I don't believe I can do anything. I believe I can do what I can do, and then I can do it very well.
I have goosebumps. What a beautiful message to end on. Thank you so much for taking the time to speak with me.
Of course, it's my pleasure, as I said, to be inspired. I was inspired for so many people, so many strong women, and then I believe if I am just a little bit of inspiration for them, I'm already happy.
You're awesome. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much for listening this week. Please do subscribe to this podcast and maybe even rate and review it if you can. The more ratings and reviews, the more interest from those trusty algorithms, which could help to increase the reach of this show. And you can catch more of this conversation on YouTube on Esteemed Women. It's all about self-discovery and self-evolution on Innervation. So as always, be kind and loving to yourselves, and I wish you all a great week.